What is going on, guys? It is Connor back with another episode. It is a beautiful sunny day, except it just snowed last night. We had a terrible windstorm, terrible snowstorm, and it rained all night. But the sun is out. It is beautiful. Today we are going to go pick up tires for my GTR here. I am so excited to get this thing on new tires. Right now it's on semi-slick tires for the winter. These are not the move. We're gonna keep these tires. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with this this wheel setup, because I do like the semi-slicks and I like this wheel setup, but right now trying to drive it in this rainy sort of conditions like this doesn't really work. We have no traction to do anything, so it is time to get new tires for this thing. We're gonna hit the road. We're gonna go pick them up right now. I'll see you guys in the car. I was thinking about it, and as I'm driving down to pick up new things for this GTR, a lot of people asked, what's gonna happen to the Celica? Well, in short, nothing. I mean, I have no plans to get rid of the car itself. I love my Celica, and it's really gotten me through a lot of things. I've wanted to put time and effort into it, but really with this weather, the Celica always goes away, guys. Every single year, the Celica goes away. I've had this thing for so long, and never do I drive it in the winter. I used to daily drive it way back when. I used to break a lot of lips. I used to drive it in the rain, and I was always unhappy doing so because the engine would always suck up water or whatnot. But the Celica always goes away. I know I haven't been on YouTube long enough to kind of show you guys what happens to it, but I do end up putting the Celica in the garage for months at a time. And then when summer comes around, I'll be driving it again. And I wanted to let you guys know that the support that I've received through the Celica for the past couple months that I've been doing videos, or I guess it's a little bit over a year now, that I've been releasing these videos, means so much to me that I have zero intention to honestly go and delete, you know, all those videos or sell my Celica. I mean, I have no will to do that at all. I love my car, and I told myself that I wanted to keep that Celica forever. That's why I wanted to do those modifications like the supercharger that was very expensive. I really want to keep that thing. There's no part of me that wants to get rid of it just because I got a GTR. There's no part of me that wants to leave the Celica community, because everybody in here is really awesome. I love helping you guys out. I love answering questions. I love problems that come up, because these cars are just so much fun to work on, and the passion that people have for them is really cool to see. Will I make more videos on the GTR? Yeah, probably, and I hope you guys enjoy them, but the Celica isn't going anywhere, guys. Don't worry about it. So I figured I'd give you guys an update right now as it sits, and the Celica is doing fine. It's sitting in my garage just hanging out. I really wanted to make another video on it, but I haven't been able to due to the weather here. And basically the last video that we made, if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. It's adding nitrous to the Celica, and my plan is to run a nitrous shot to kind of increase cooling and increase efficiency in the supercharger. I think it's going to be a really good plan. The only thing is that we need to tune for it. Right now, as it sits, every time I've taken out the Celica, the roadways are just wet enough to not allow traction on the car. Maybe we'll pick something up for it. I don't know. I just got new tires for the GTR as well, so we're kind of trying to figure out what the best method is. I'm trying to figure it out. But the Celica is doing well. We're just waiting for a gap in the weather in order to actually film something that's pretty nice. All right, guys, we just made it to the dealership, and I picked up my new tires. Part of the deal when I purchased this car is that I negotiated new tires into it. So I was very excited for that. Because of the semi-slicks that were on it, I wanted something that was a little bit more usable in Washington. So I got these new tires in from them, and they ordered them. I just picked them up. Check these things out. These are insanely wide tires. They are awesome. These are Michelin Pilot Super Sports, and look at these things. Look at my hand compared to this tire. Yeah, I can put it in the center, and it's just like crazy wide. I am so excited for these things. If you guys haven't seen my picking up the car video, this dealership is absolutely insane. I'll take you for a little tour around their parking lot. This place is just, it's crazy. I wish one day I can have enough money to just come in here and buy whatever I want. Check this out. Here is a, what is this one? The Rolls-Royce SUV. Look at that thing. That's pretty nice. I don't like the grill on it, but whatever. It's not my car. We'll come around here, and then there's like all sorts of like Lambos, and this is the Lamborghini side right here. So Lambo, Porsche SUV, Lamborghini Urus, Aventador back there, another Aventador I think it is. Porsche's over on this side. Rolls-Royce, 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 McLaren, Bentley, and Porsche at the end. Here's another McLaren, G-Wagon up there. There used to be a GTR here. There was one for sale, but I didn't buy that one. I ended up buying a different one. Now that we're back at my place, we can switch to the better camera setup and the better microphone setup. I hope it sounds a little bit better for you guys. These are the tires that we picked up. These things are absolutely insane for the GTR. These are Michelin Pilot Super Sports. They are sticky. These are 305 35 R19s. Man, they look good. I am so stoked about that. Look at these things. Gosh, they're gonna put down some serious power. They are gonna utilize it all on these cars. Look at that. They take up the entire truck bed almost. I could only fit 2 in there, and I had to put 2 in the other part of the truck. This thing has just been sitting in here. It's hilarious. I parked the GTR outside and the Celica inside. I put the GTR under a cover and let this thing be inside. I'm sure that's gonna make some people mad, but like I said, we're gonna get around to doing a video on the nitrous setup here with the supercharger. Man, I tell you, I took this thing out twice and this thing absolutely rips. I just need to have some time to fix the tune and get some dry weather. Don't worry, it's getting taken care of. And finally, we have the new toy. This is my GTR. It's sitting here under a cover. We're actually gonna take this thing out for a drive, and I'm gonna show you guys what this thing is like. I know that the weather isn't perfect for it, and it's still rainy. You guys can see it's still dirty, or like still wet all around it. This car is so dirty because it's just been sitting outside. It did rain again today. And snow last night, but let's go ahead and take this thing out, and I'll show you guys the new car. So this is my CBA GTR that I just picked up, and I love it. I am absolutely in love with this thing. I think it is so clean. I think it's such a clean car build. I mean, look at it in the sun. Now, there are some quirks about this car that I really just hate. I hate the black paint, to be honest. I like the way it looks, but taking care of it is an absolute bummer. It is so annoying to try and keep this black clean, especially in Washington where it's so rainy. These iconic taillights are everything. When these things turn on, and you see them at night, man, you know exactly what type of car this is. Everybody does. It is so cool. So one thing that the car came with are these Speedwell wheels, and while I really like them from the side, I don't really like them from angles like this. I think they look like Subaru Crosstrek wheels, which is kind of interesting. But from the side over here, I really like the way they look. I like the color of them. I like how shiny they are. I'm not sure what I'll do. Eventually, I would love to get some wider wheels in the back because these ones are on spacers. And I would like to change this to a staggered and get more meat in the back of this car. So eventually, maybe one day I will do that. But these wheels are going to stay on it for now. They're much better than like stock OEM Nissan GTR wheels or the Black Edition wheels. In my opinion, at least, I think these wheels are very, very clean. The front end of the car is just a basic CBA front end. It does have a wrapped lip to be paint matched. I'm not sure if I like that. I do want to order a carbon fiber front end for this thing. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but I do want to get rid of the OEM match and the OEM side skirts here and go to something carbon as soon as I can. I just need to order something and send the trigger on it. One thing that's really cool about this car is it has these carbon fiber inlets on the hood. I really, really like these. They're such a nice touch to the car. On a black hood, they're not very noticeable, but they are carbon and they are very, very clean across the car. And now I mentioned it before, but I think these headlights are so funny because these things look like a Celica. It is so crazy how these headlights look so much like a Celica. I don't know, is it just me? Leave a comment down below. Tell me, do these look like Celica headlights to you? Like if you look at them from this angle, does it look like a Celica? Because to me, maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I live, breathe, and eat Celicas, and I just think so. But man, I think these things, the triangle setup like this just looks exactly like a Celica. Now, other than these wheels and the carbon fiber inlet, nothing on the body is really changed. It does have a front lip that's wrapped, but other than that, the body is OEM and it's stock, and that's what I wanted to go for. So initially, when I talked about getting this car, I talked about how I went to Oregon to look at one, and that car was actually a Liberty Walk kit, and I'll roll on some clips now of that car. And man, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really clean car, but the only problem was the craftsmanship on the car was just not up to my standards. What I really didn't like about it was that like the arches that they had put on the car right here were all cut. So you cut these arches out to install the wide body kit, and instead of like rolling the fenders and making them smooth, it was just jagged metal. So like I reached underneath the fender well and just got like cut up, and I didn't really like it. That car was an absolute beast, but this car is an absolute beast as well, and I'll show you why. Now, while that red GTR boasted an awesome Liberty Walk kit and 700 horsepower, I think I made a better decision in buying this. I knew that this car was treated very cleanly from its previous owner. It had a very nice car history. It started out in Hawaii, it went to San Diego. I knew that there was no damage to it. I was really comfortable with buying this, and buying a clean slate makes it so that way I can take my dream car and make it even better. I can do whatever I want to it image-wise, I can do whatever I want to it and make it my own, which is really important to me because this is my car. I don't want to buy somebody else's dream car and then deal with what they have or change it around or deal with any sort of weird mods that they did. On the previous GTRs that I've seen, everybody does kind of weird mods and they cut corners, and I really wasn't happy with that. And with my dream car, I never want to cut a corner, so that's something that I'm really looking forward to, is just kind of building it to how I want and building it to my standards. Now, the Nissan GTR is no slump when it comes to their engines. The CBA GTR comes with a whopping 490 horsepower, which sounds like very limited when you talk about GTRs. The newer ones are at 545 to 600, depending on what year you get. However, these ones come with 490. This certain package on this GTR bumps that 490 to 600. This is an AMS Alpha 6 GTR, so it has things like wastegates, intakes, these are carbon fiber intakes, a downpipe, mid-pipe, tune, and everything else that's going to make you go fast, which is really, really fun. This car is one of the fastest cars that I've ever driven. Just the way that the tune is and the way that it puts down power is just crazy. There's a lot of cars that can make a lot of horsepower but can't utilize it, and somehow the GTR tends to utilize it throughout the entire RPM band, which I really, really like. It's crazy to drive, and just mashing the gas is so addicting in this car. I can't get over it, how fast it is and how fun it is. Now, my favorite part of the bay are these Turbosmart wastegate valves. These things are absolutely so loud when you let off the gas. It just makes a huge whooshing noise, and it's so addicting to do. If you guys have never had a turbo car with a blow-off valve, really, you guys got to experience it or look it up, because these things make awesome noises and you will get addicted to mashing your gas just to hear these things every time. Now, my second favorite part of these carbon fiber intakes that run on both sides of the engine bay, I really appreciate the classic kind of look that's in this engine bay, and I want to keep it that way. I really want to keep it refined. I don't want to do bright colors, and I want to make it look luxurious. So that means later down the road, I want to get this engine cover, this manifold cover in carbon fiber, and that's pretty much it. Power-wise, I want to take this thing from an AMS Alpha 6 and go with a bigger Alpha package. I would love to let this car hit 1,000 horsepower. That is the main goal of this dream car, is to own a 1,000 horsepower GTR at some point. That's my goal with it. I don't know when it's going to happen. I'm not going to set any timeline standards, but again, just like with this GTR, I'm going to save and I'm going to save, and we'll see what happens. But I do want to get this thing to like 1,000 horsepower, and then I'll be happy. My dream car will be completely complete. It's already a dream to own this thing, but the main goal is to now get it to 1,000 horsepower now that it's in my possession. Now, that is going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this walk around of the GTR. It really is a dream come true for me to own this car, and I want to share that with you guys. If you guys are excited for this GTR and want to see more content from it, make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below. A lot of my viewers aren't actually subscribed to the channel. I would appreciate it if you did. It lets me know that I'm doing good work and you guys like the content. If you guys do like the content, leave a like as well. That helps me out and lets me know. If you guys want to see anything else, drop it in the comments down below. I'm more than happy to make videos on anything, any of the cars, or any ideas down below. Let me know, and I will try my best to make a comment like that. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.